Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to the 2023 LAXNAI here at Utica's Nexus Center. Haudenosaunee has the ball first possession in this second semifinal game. They are going left to right wearing the black with the crest on the front in yellow, and the BP Lawyers have a breakaway for their first possession, driving in alone and taking a quick shot. That was Rachel Lapine, but she was turned aside. Haudenosaunee back into the offensive zone, but again, the ball is stripped away. They will fight to get it back. Have to avoid center there as Jesse Brandt had it for a moment. Now Lapine, but the breakaway is knocked down, flat in there, and it'll be scooped up by Miquan Tulpin. She shoots, big save by Lou Warner. You may know her as Lou Harris. She was a Team Ontario goalie for many years. Won national championships and was an MVP of a national title. Has come back expressly because there is a World Women's Championship next year. There's a shot by Tessa Chad, who had 4 goals so far in the tournament. That's actually second on the team to Katie DeSnoo, who's got 5. And Erica Evans has a goal and 4 assists. Dacia accordingly with a hat trick. So BP is loaded. They have a ton of talent. Bunch of women who will probably be representing Canada at the World Championships next year. Could have another breakaway as well. Haley Hutchcraft couldn't quite come away with it, but now she does come up with the ball. Gets a little dicey there near center as Katie DeSnoo took that pass. And that was Erica Evans running in. What a dynamic duo on the left side. DeSnoo and Evans are. And throw in Dee Panton as well. She's wearing number 97. That is a ton of talent over there. And Abby Clayton also on the left side. So that is really something for that group on the far side of the floor. There's Dee Panton. Spent a good chunk of her career playing for Grand River Attack in women's senior, now is known as women's major series lacrosse. Penton hustling back to the bench to get a defender out, and that turns out to be a good call as Haudenosaunee take over possession. Lois Garlow. Here's Farrah Blackbird. Tries to run off a check. Gets momentarily away from Jenna Blair. Passes across the middle. Jump shot by Carrie Lee Weiss. She got one like that yesterday. Tried it again. Didn't work. And Lou Warner will squeeze that one in the pads. Here's DeSnoo. Plays for Whitby in the Women's Major Series. Was the leading scorer in the league. And you can see she's got some tenacity too. Oh, nice try on the shovel pass, but didn't quite get it to Dacia accordingly. Accordingly, we'll track it down. Abby Clayton battles out of the corner, gets behind the net, and then swings it out to DeSnoo. Evans with the pick and roll. The pass is low. Evans unable to corral it. Haudenosaunee heading back up the other way. Long outlet pass. They're trying to hit the player, Triana Christian, coming off the bench. He'll get off a stick and out of play, and Haudenosaunee will get possession. It's Christian with it. Thanks for being with us, lacrosse friends. Ball is loose on the floor. BP Lawyers come away with it, taking off. Is Sarah Frost. Tries to get a pass across to Jenna Blair. Chelsea Doolittle knocked that one aside. She's the starting goaltender for the Haudenosaunee Nationals. Tessa Chad at the top. Hands it off to D. Panton. Panton tried to get the pass down low. I think that was tipped away by Mackenzie Deliri. And Chelsea Doolittle with the outlet pass hits Lois Garlow. They're running into a blue wall. Love seeing the way BP comes out of the bench. Just a straight line across the floor to take off the whole floor and then start picking up individual players. As Farrah Blackbird passes one through the middle just out of the reach of Mequan Tulpin. It's loose, and we're going to have a loose ball push. BP had it anyway, so they'll just continue to run up the floor with Courtney Norton heading over center. Leaves it there for Cordingly. Shunner offside, but goes to the net and just about gets one through. We have a crease violation as Cordingly runs into the crease. And yes, Dacia is the daughter of Troy Cordingly. Lacrosse runs deep in many a family. Of course, you'd probably be familiar with Aurora Cordingly. Played for Canada at World Championships last year. Here's a chance for Evans. Nice stop by Doolittle. Ball gets into the crease, and she swallows it up. Great pass by Cordingly to get that one through to Evans. Nice catch and the opportunity for Evans, who scores a ton. Only had the one goal yesterday. Does tend to score. Again, family connections. All of her cousins are pretty well-known players. Stephen, Scott, and Sean. Of course, from the one family, you've got Turner Evans. That shot goes wide. If you're wondering, are all the Evanses in Peterborough related? Most of the lacrosse ones are. There was a generation with 7 brothers who all played high-level lacrosse or NHL hockey. So there's a lot of them around. And I wouldn't say uniformly elite talents, but a lot of talent. And what a shot. Speaking of family and talent, Katie DeSnew not looking comfortable. I think she got a check in the hip after that shot, but she rips the sidearm. Starting well up high, gets a little pick from Panton, and just on the run sidearm shot. Clearly uncomfortable in the hip afterwards, but what a rip by Katie DeSnew. Again, speaking of family, her brother Mitch, the 2022 NLL Defender of the Year, playing for the Toronto Rock. You can get here's Evans again. She's going to rip one. That's a little bit wide, but it comes straight out to Tessa Chad. Chad couldn't quite handle it. Still going after it, though. Backed up by Cordingly. It's going to be a loose ball push. Evans with pressure, trying to cause the turnover. She's going to get to that ball. Not quite be able to come up with a great job by Doolittle to zip out and get a hold of that. And now we're going to have 4-second count? I believe that's a 4-second count. Doolittle got the ball but didn't get rid of it. We're going to go back stay the same way. Georgia Whalen starting it off. Gets it across there, and the rip from Taylor Collins. Haudenosaunee get up over center, but then lose control of the ball there. They get it back, and Triana Christian, not with a lot of help. There's only 3 Haudenosaunee players up there. They're just getting their 5th out on the floor now, but they won't be able to get involved the last couple as BP has turned it over. Haley Hutchcraft gets the nice pass across to Rachel Lepine with that opening breakaway. Lepine looking everywhere, doesn't see what she hopes down deep, so leaves it to Evans, and Tessa Chad sets things up. Looks for the pick and roll play. Definitely not there. Good defense by the Haudenosaunee to pick up Evans. Attempt from behind the net to get something on net or a pass, but the 30 runs out, and Haudenosaunee will take possession. And it would appear Evans picks it off. Let's see if she takes a hit. Yep. That is a reset. No penalty. It would appear that one of the game plans for Haudenosaunee is to be very physical with Evans. You can see a lot of attention being paid to her. Taking a lot of taps with the sticks. Haudenosaunee breaking out to their end. Player off the bench is Carrie Lee Weiss. Shot coming. That one's going to get away a little bit. from Lindsey John and get up out of play. It'll be possession held by Courtney Norton for BP. Tries to get it to Sarah Frost. Frost just bobbled it. Georgia Whalen moves it down to the corner. Gets it back from Chad. Just misses. I may stand corrected. I think the Haudenosaunee plan is not just to play physical with Eric Evans. I think the plan is to just play a physical defensive game. What a chance there by Tessa Chad. Goes reverse whip. Just misses. Battle for the loose ball. Chad will come away with it. Fresh 30 for BP, and Evans wants it up top. She's taking a vocal leadership role on the team, and you can see her taking one on the floor as well. Now she's driving to the net, trying to lead by example as well. And she's saying there's a touch. I don't think there was. It looked to me like it just came off her stick and got out. But she's going to get it back anyway, just with the hard forecheck. It's one we've seen Sean Evans do many a time. Just get up on the goalie, block those passes, and turn them into chances. Penalty coming now. It's going to be Mequan Tulpin away from the play. That one gets up and out of play, and it'll be a illegal cross check. Well up by center. Randy Chrysler, the head coach for this I think Jason Johns is the head coach. Randy's the assistant coach for the Haudenosaunee. This is part of the process for selecting the Haudenosaunee team for the Worlds next year. And a bunch of women at tryout, somewhere in the 80s at their first tryout. We've got 100 plus signed up overall for tryouts. And the players here were invited because the coaching staff and the organization wanted to get a look at them, see how they play together and things. It's interesting to see how they work out. They're starting to come. You can see things improving, gelling. Katie Desnew, another sidearm rip. That one stopped, scooped up there by Emma Stalin. Double team forecheck pressure. That's 10 seconds. And you can hear the BP bench letting the refs know that there was the 10-second count. Every game on Rink 1 in the tournament has been live streamed to Lacrosse TV and Blue Squatch. Plus, games from the other rinks have been recorded and uploaded to the Blue Squatch YouTube channel. So you can go check those out. We don't have commentary on those, but this is a bit of a trial run for next year for the Worlds. There's a rip by Tessa Chad right in the belly pad of Chelsea Doolittle. But then again, forecheck pressure from BP. Deep Panton that time. They're just relentless. Eric Evans comes up with it. Tessa Chad down low. Accordingly, couldn't quite accept the pass. Up to Chad. Far side into Snooze looking. She's going to just let it go. That one's stopped by Doolittle. BP has definitely had, I would say, the run of the momentum of the flow of the play, but it's just a one-goal game. Haudenosaunee playing intensely, and they scored to tie it up. That is exactly what they needed, was to get the offense going, and they did in the form of Johnny Squire-Hill, another veteran of this program. She is fired up. I've been seeing Johnny Squire-Hill play for 12-ish years, I would think, and she has always been an intense competitor. Highly skilled. Very exciting for her to get that goal in. Very exciting for the Haudenosaunee, as the winner of this game will advance to the championship match to be played in a few hours. Our next game up will be the 7th place game, and then the 5th place. Then we go 3rd, then 1st. So obviously the loser of this goes to the 3rd place game, the bronze medal game. The winner goes to the gold medal game. That one's blocked, and Katie Desnew is taken off. Nice hustle back by Chris John, but can't get there. What a save by Chelsea Doolittle. She stopped 2 or 3 breakaways. Katie Desnew fighting for that loose ball while she's on top of a Haudenosaunee player. And Lois Garlow is just dragging Desnew off. I think I'm not going to speculate until I know. I'm going to bring the trainer out. The Haudenosaunee don't sound very happy with Desnew for fighting for that ball while she was on top of the Haudenosaunee player, but they kind of collided. If we take another look, you can see she's just going after the ball. I don't think she's not doing anything malicious. She's just gritty, I would say. She might have actually been pretty annoyed there and not minded going on top because it looks, as you watch again, Triana Christian kind of dragged Desnoo down. So Desnoo may have been slightly more malicious than we initially thought, just trying to get a little even. Katie Desnoo, highly skilled, highly intense player. The number of players that I have spoken to from this women's box lacrosse game in Women's Major Series and here at the tournament who have cited the World Championship, the first ever for women next year here in Utica, as being a prime reason for them being back in the game, being at this tournament, continuing to play, is quite substantial. Both the goaltenders for BP, Lou Warner, who is playing the first half, and then Davina Gillis will go in for the second half. They've both been Team Ontario goalies. They are both very competitive, good friends. They sort out who's going to play when and figure everything out. They have healthy competition between them, also each other's biggest supporters. And you'll see that up and down the lineups and the teams. The Haudenosaunee, so many players signing up for Haudenosaunee tryouts. And right now with a 1-1 game with 33 seconds to go in the half, Miquan Tulpin will start with the ball, checked by Dacia accordingly. I'd say Chelsea Doolittle, right now, the Haudenosaunee goaltender, probably the player of the game. Tulpin fakes a pass, runs through the check. Big pick from Fawn Porter. Wasn't even moving her feet, so that looks like a good pick to me. Here's Tulpin. Porter wasn't ready initially. Now she does get the pass. BP all over, and we're going to have a penalty, an illegal cross-check called on Erica Evans. See the pass made to the far side here is Tulpin. Runs through her check, makes that pass. This one doesn't connect with Fawn Porter, who I don't think was ready the first time they wanted to pass to her. And now Evans right somewhere got a penalty right in that sequence. And we are tied up 1-1 after 15 exciting and intense minutes. And Chelsea Doolittle gets a huge hug from her goaltending compadre, Chelsea Gibson. And we'll see who comes out for the second half. I'm Steven Stamp. We're going to take a quick break and be back with the second half of this semifinal at LAXNAI 2023 here on Blue Squatch Productions. Welcome back, lacrosse friends. Semifinal number 2 of the women's event at the 2023 LAXNAI here in Utica. Erica Evans is off for a minute for cross-checking. So a power play, check from behind, and a chance for the Haudenosaunee Nationals to try and pull ahead, but they're going to have a crease violation. And Davina Gillis is going to make an outlet pass. Both teams have switched goaltenders. Davina Gillis comes in. Actually, no, that's still Chelsea Doolittle in the pipes. I thought we'd switch to Chelsea Gibson, but they're going to ride Doolittle. BP trying to kill the rest of this is 21. There's about a 9-second difference. 9 seconds more on the penalty than on the shot clock. Ducking underneath was Abby Clayton. She's still got the ball. Tries to get a shot off late in the 30. They've already got one defender out. One responsible player had gotten to the bench. Not to say the others aren't responsible, but one made sure he got there. Lois Garlow, nice bounce. Try with the bouncer. Just misses. Goes to the far side. Johnny Squirehill will pick it up. Squirehill to the far side. And here's Farrah Blackbird. Another penalty coming. That may be another one. Looks like we're going to have that's an illegal pick, so no penalty on that. But there is the initial penalty coming to Rachel Lapine. Evans has been released. Her penalty ended about 29 seconds ago. So it'll still just be a continuing 5-on-4, basically, for Haudenosaunee. The next game today will be the 7th place game between Team Era and Tri-City right here, live on Lacrosse TV and Blue Squatch Productions. Time ticking away as the Haudenosaunee have a little trouble managing the ball. They come away with it. Nice job, Jessie Brandt. And she gets it over to Blackbird. Takes a solid check, spins off, and continues to cradle, continues to look. Rips one outside. Gillis takes that shot and swallows it up. That's in the pad. Let's get the ankle, the foot well up above the knee behind because those pads swallow up balls at times. Nice job running through traffic there. I think that was Jenna Tuguri. Collision at the bench as both teams are changing. BP trying to get their defenders out, but they're going back on O now. Nice hustle there by Brooklyn Rosario, who had gone out to be the first D, comes back to the bench. BP a fresh 30. Panton ducks underneath. Sees the double teams there, knows somebody's open, gets it up to Rachel Lapine. Here's a sidearm shot by Tessa Chad, who's looking a little uncomfortable. Sorry, that was Georgia Whalen. Panton trying to fight through. Whalen will try and blow up the pile a little bit as that ball is loose on the ground, and it's going to eventually be a 30-second violation. Haudenosaunee will go back the other way. Off we go, 1-1. This is a thriller. That's Carrie Lee Weiss. Thanks everyone who's watching. Glad to have you along with us. It's very exciting, honestly, to have the women playing. The opportunity has not been available for a lot of them. You can see the passion, and the super cool thing is you can see the way that the level of play is elevating by game. But right now we have a player down on the floor. They're going to get the training staff out. It's quite a debate going on. Official Greg Hart giving a great explanation to one of the BP coaches about why it's not mimico possession. It's going to be a face-off because on the contact, he's saying the ball popped out of the stick. No possession had been acquired, so nobody had possession when play was blown down. Normally, you don't blow play down when the other team has possession for an injury, but because it was a loose ball, play is blown in, we'll have a draw to get it going, and it looks like Lauren Hill is slowly going to make her way up to her feet. Looking very uncomfortable. We have 11:09 to go in the second semifinal. The Salmon Bellies await the winner of this game. Team Era and Tri-City will meet at 11:10. David Bowie will have that, and he'll stay on for the call of Mavericks against Israel for 5th place at 12 noon. Then at 12:50, the Women's Box Lacrosse Global Network will be facing the loser of this game in the bronze medal match. And then I'll be back. I'll have that game and be back for the gold medal title tilt between the Salmon Bellies and whoever scores more goals in the next 11:08 of this game. Haudenosaunee get possession off the draw. Carrie Lee Weiss. Sorry, that's Brandt. Blackbird pushing it through. She's going to head to the bench. Evans gets it. She's got a player up the floor. Nice pass ahead. Here goes Daisha Cordingley. Just misses the net. She's going to go around and try and recover. Calling for going through the crease. And Cordingley says, no, I wasn't in the crease. He says, no, you went through it on the way. After the shot, she had run through the crease, which means she can't be the first to pick it up. She made a point. She did a great job of avoiding the crease after. You just can't pick it up anyway. Backdoor, Johnny Squire Hill was open. She's coming in late off the bench, and BP had not accounted for, but the pass just missed connecting. 8 on the shot clock. Haudenosaunee loses again, but Johnny Squire Hill gets it. She's rammed into the boards. And now the 30 will expire, and BP will take possession. Daisha Cordingley, long outlet pass. She connects with Katie DeSnew, and you will not stop Katie DeSnew on that one. I was just waiting to see when I had to call goal because Katie DeSnew is a deadly sniper. This is a great pass. Daisha Cordingley, the shot clock expires. She is ready to go as play is blown in. Takes about 5 steps and wings it on a line up to DeSnew. A couple of fakes. Tucks it in far side. Haudenosaunee going to tell their goalie, Chelsea Doolittle, that is not on you. We've got to pick her up. Katie DeSnew, the lefty. Well, there's all the lefty talent here for BP. DeSnew coming off the bench that time. Abby Clayton trying to grab it. Can't get it. Nice job Haudenosaunee to get it. But that one's thrown away. And spinning off the check is Haley Hutchcraft. coming up with the ball after it bounced off the official. Abby Clayton manages to create a scoring chance. That's turned aside by Doolittle. Fawn Porter, one of the ambassadors for the game here with the Haudenosaunee. Oh, sorry, that was actually Lois Garlow, who I would say the same, actually. Lois Garlow is a tremendous player and character as well. Oh, Johnny Squire Hill couldn't quite collect that ball coming off the backboards. Big hit for Davina Gillis for the pick, and Johnny Squire Hill just ran through her. Dee Panton is coming off the bench. Can't get behind. This great defensive presence by Amelie Jacobs to pick up Panton coming off the bench and take away the passing lane to her because she was about to become very dangerous. Now Fawn Porter gives Panton a pop as she goes by. Katie DeSnew switches hands for a bit of a wild twister as the buzzer was about to go for the 30-second clock. Needed to create a lane, so got creative and got something off, but couldn't get it onto the net. Forecheck pressure again from the Haudenosaunee. They flung it the length of the floor. I think maybe thinking they were in a little bit more time crunch than they were. The 10 seconds goes quickly. But Fawn Porter probably had a couple seconds to take a look if she'd wanted to, but it's so hard to tell as the clock in your head is ticking at whatever pace it's ticking. Ball trapped, withheld from play by BP Lawyers. So Fawn Porter with the outlet pass for the Haudenosaunee. That's going to go all the way down, and Davina Gillis will take. Oh, no, she won't. Gillis misses it. And Haudenosaunee maintain possession. Trisha John looks for Tulpin. Mequan Tulpin rips. That's right to the M on the BP Lawyers chest. And it's a back in. Great check by Mequan Tulpin. Very smart lacrosse player. Saw the opportunity to force a back in call. Haudenosaunee up 2-1. This is quite a battle. Pick from Tulpin. Sets Kriana Christian free, but she misses. Here's Jessie Brandt. Looks like Rosario trying to get it, just trying to goose the ball out. Tulpin tosses it down into the corner, goes for a change as Haudenosaunee maintain possession. Stacey Smith out top, off the crossbar, and that rip by Jessie Brandt. It will remain Haudenosaunee possession, and they are looking to close this out, leading 2-1 with just over 6 minutes to go. A spot in the tournament championship on the line. Johnny Squire Hill starts with possession. Thought she saw a lane. Nicely closed there by the BP defender. That shot is blocked. This could be a breakaway. Scooped up nicely by Sarah Frost, and so that was Jenna Blair running with it. I'm not sure what the call was because play was blown down, and Jenna Blair had a nascent breakaway. I don't know that BP loved the call to give them possession when they were already possessing the ball in a pretty good spot. Here's Evans. Duck Slow comes back up high on Fawn Porter. That's quite a matchup. Evans has to flick it back up top to DeSnew. They've got 8 to shoot. She lost the ball behind her. Snagged there. And Chelsea John trying to take off. Now it's knocked loose again. Fresh 30 for BP as it was possessed by the Haudenosaunee. Dee Panton, that shot gets away from her a bit. It's going to be tracked down to avoid the over and back. And Georgia Whalen will keep things moving. That one's picked off cleanly. Wow, Lois Garlow. It's a 10-second count with, again, the tenacious forecheck pressure by BP Lawyers. They've got 4.5 minutes to try and get a goal to tie this thing up. And we're going to have a delay of game call on the Haudenosaunee. Okay, here's the ball. Oh, yeah. That's 100% delay of game. I think there was one mulligan earlier granted, but there's no question. Bit of a mental error by Jesse Brandt, and BP Lawyers go on the attack. Evans up to Desnue. Shot coming, ripped from Tessa Chad. Outlet pass from Doolittle after making that save. Look at the wheels on Evans. She's blazingly fast. Honestly, she plays in our men's league in Peterborough, World Guys League, and she just runs circles around us. So we have a too many players call on Mimico. A bit of an early change. Katie Desnue, you can see pointing to the change box saying, I'm in the box. We're going to have to send somebody over. It will be Sarah Frost to go and serve the minute or less. With the running time, of course, penalties are 1 minute. Johnny Squire Hill, and I think I said earlier that Haudenosaunee were ahead. Of course, it's BP ahead, 2-1. I may have said it the other way around. So it's BP trying to hang on to this. They're going to have to kill this penalty. They'll be able to take a good chunk of it off here. Doolittle's going to reach out and grab that one and see if they can get going on this power play. Nice pass ahead to Emma Stalin. She hits the cutter. Lindsey John off the bench and a goal. Beautiful opportunity, and what a finish by Lindsey John. Love this cross floor pass to hit her right in stride. John fights through the check. Double team. Looked like a pretty solid defensive effort from Brooklyn Rosario and Rachel Lapine, but Lindsey John would not be denied. We are tied up 2-2, and we're at stop time with 2 minutes to play in the second half. Who will advance to the championship against Salmon Bellies? Who's going to be playing for third place against Women's Box Lacrosse Global Network? Or the Network, which I think sounds kind of sinister, but that's what they call themselves. Here's Evans, gets a shot. That's stopped. Rebound, though, goes to Tessa Chad. Fresh 30 for BP. Evans again. She was trying to make a pass through. Wound up going all the way to the goaltender, and Doolittle's going to lob it ahead. And Alicia Smith Longboat has a player behind the play, but it's going to be early. Johnny Squire Hill coming off the bench. I'm not sure. It's pretty hard because the benches are just underneath us. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see what happened on that one. Now, if you're wondering about should this be a penalty shot, it should not, because penalty shots were awarded on a too many players call in the final 2 minutes of a game where the penalties are 2 minutes, but in the final 1 minute here, because the point is, if there isn't enough time to serve the penalty in full, then you get the penalty shot. But because penalties are a minute, that will go up on the board, and BP will have a regular power play opportunity to try and get what would look very much like a potential game-winning goal this late in the contest. Desnue to Evans, she scores! What a play inside. The flip pass by Katie Desnue and Erica Evans. The whirling dervish play. She's got a big bump there. Catches that pass, gets knocked down. That's pretty good defense. I mean, the hard slide comes, and Evans still able, with her grit, to get a huge goal for BP. 1:10 to play. The power play goal. Oh, that's huge. Face-off becomes important. Johnny Squire Hill tangled it up, and Fawn Porter races in to get it. Porter, nice job to move that one ahead, then heads to the bench for a change. Get somebody out the front door. Chance for Haudenosaunee. Johnny Squire Hill shoots. Gillis with the stop. The ball is under the feet of Katie Desnue. It's a pretty heads-up play by Desnue. I mean, you can't stand on the ball in the field of play, but I don't know, I'm not actually sure what the rule is in the crease. And she was, you're just kicking it to her goalie. Katie this new high lacrosse IQ. Now the ball in the stick of Rachel Lapine. She'll head to the box, to the bench. BP Lawyers has a player slip out. Dee Panton just slipped out of the bench and right along the boards. We couldn't actually even see her. She's going to take a pass now and get flattened into the crease. Chelsea Doolittle will land on top of her. Not sure how friendly that was. I've been saying over the weekend that you see interactions, and sometimes it's friendly stuff between players who know each other. That may not have been 9 seconds ago, and that will do it. The net is empty. There's only 3 seconds left. I don't think the shot. I don't think it is in time. They're going to call it a goal. It wouldn't have mattered anyway, as it was already a win clinched by BP on that huge goal by Erica Evans, spinning through the crease. If we can go out on that one, that would be fun to watch it just 1 or 2 more times. There we go. Oh, that's the last goal. I want to see the goal that Evans scored in the slot, spinning. Take the pass, the winning goal.